All right. Okay, chat. The new chat is working. We added in here. That's nice. So probably tonight I'm not gonna do like an hour stream or an hour and a half because I'm pretty tired and I have something else that I need to prepare for. Something I'm launching today. So let's just go around and see what can we do in like 30 minutes or so. And then we'll call it a day. So I've noticed one thing when we go to the dashboard, log in, when we host the website, like in rubbergoose.dev, you go to the dashboard, and then like, let me open the developer tooling and then do billing. You can see here somehow the API key is undefined. And the way I set it up, if we go to in the billing component, there's this Stripe provider where I give it the API key, which is coming from process.env and then Stripe public key. The problem here, however, is somehow Stripe is not picking up. Not Stripe, but when I built a Netlify, somehow this environment variable didn't make it there, and I made sure to. I made sure to add it. So if you go to deploy settings and then environments, we have it here. And the problem, I tried both, like this Gatsby underscore, because if you check the Gatsby documentation and you want your environment variable to be available at runtime, you need to append Gatsby to it. And I tried also to add it as like a normal environment variable, but it seems like both are not working, which I don't know why. I think I did it before it was working. So probably, I don't know. I'm gonna try something. So there's a plugin already. It's called Gatsby environment variable. Yeah, Gatsby plugin env variables. And this is a pretty simple, if you go to the source, it's a very simple plugin. It picks up anything passed into the process env, and if you whitelist it, it will add it to your project through like a web. It will inject it as like a webpack config plugin. So you can even like copy this and put it into your Gatsby node, and you don't even need to install this plugin. But since somebody wrote that code for us, why not just add it and then see? So hopefully this would work for us. Let's stop the server, because clearly this is working locally, but it's not working like live on the server. So all right, I don't know if if even there's people watching this right now. I'm streaming through Restream, and I don't know how many people are watching this. So if you're watching this, probably you could write a comment or something and say hi to see if I am talking to myself or I'm talking to people. So let's add the environment variable plugin. Why it's reinstalling all this stuff all over again? I don't get it. And let's go to our Gatsby config and copy this part. Let's remove these comments. And okay, what we want to do is, what kind of environment variable we want to get? This one. So there, and I think also would be the Lambda endpoint. One thing Netlify probably could improve is hides these things, or like give you the option to hide or show them, because I mean, if you're doing a live stream now, it's like cut off. But if you have like serious data and you're doing videos and stuff, or especially streams, it's just like in your face. So probably Netlify, please, can you give us an option how to hide this? So we also need the Lambda endpoint. And I think this is the two things that we need. So let's make sure first that everything is working locally. Still in progress. And success. So maybe let's copy this credit card so we can use it. Okay, I log in. I'm there. I go to the dashboard, billings. Yeah, we have. This is working. And should also be able to send this to our Lambda functions. Yeah, we have the customer full name, subscription, all is good. So we can update plans. So also we can do, okay, Pro Plus. Yeah, it's awesome. So let's try to push this to Netlify and then see if it still works or not. Fix, let's say runtime and variables, and we push this. Okay, and if we go to Netlify deploys, we have this is here. So we are resolving that. Only processing this. Come on. Okay. The CSS is purged. And okay, the site is live. So if you go now to our website and go to the dashboard, yeah, we need really to fix this redirect billing. Yeah, works now. Cool, this is awesome. So if let's try updating our plan. Subscribe. Of course. Post, blah, blah, blah. So why the function is failing. Interesting. No, we don't want to do this. It's like we need to go to here. But this, why this is still showing? Weird. We have the okay, now it's showing that. Dashboard, billing. Pro Plus. I don't know what is wrong with this. It was working. It's not connecting to Stripe. I don't know. 6 hours ago. No, I want like the recent one. Come on. No, this is totally. So then probably we're sending something to. Subscribe. Is it some? I cannot read email of null. Why though? I should be connected. What's going on? Log in. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I can log in again. You just need to say so. No user found. Wait. Okay. This should be example.com. Okay. This is good. The card is there. Mm-hmm. So we have an error to our function. Two times this connection to Stripe is failing. I don't know why it's failing. An error occurred with connection to Stripe. I guess now it did work. Okay, I imagine probably okay, that's the subscription. Yeah, I'd imagine like maybe the Netlify function was not awake or something. So yeah. Okay, so we have that in place. The settings, we have it working. This probably we need to split it into two. Like the card detail would be like billing and then subscription probably in a different section, or we have them in two divided section and have different buttons for like saving and for updating. Oh hi. And for updating, what do you call it? The subscription. So we have the billing detail, and then we will have something like plans, and then we have two different buttons inside of the billings. And then this one, maybe it will be called billing and plans or something. Okay. We have the navigation in the dashboard nav. We can do billing and plans. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the card detail should be like a separate. You mean like a separate screen? Yeah, maybe let's do that. Because it's the same for all plans. Yeah, makes sense. What am I saying? Like billing details and let's have like plans here. Okay, so billing will stay billing, and then we'll have plans, and we need to create this user / plans. This is the Netlify one we don't care about right now. Okay, so billing details, we have plans, and now we will move this part, and one button from this one will be okay. Right. Let's close this stuff. So I had billing. Checkout, subscription checkout. Let's just copy this and start from it. And inside of components, let's have this called plans. Inside of plans, I mean, we don't even need these two, so let's remove them. Let's remove this. We don't need all of this, all of this Stripe stuff. And let's go to the user page and add the plans component. This will be also like protected plans, and then this one. It's yeah, I use the React elements, and it's like combination of different things, but like the dashboard is something that I built. It's just the elements that's like capturing the card and stuff like that. These are like the provided by Stripe already. And this should be, we should call it plans. Okay. This will be plans. So now if we go to plans, we should see an empty thing. And then now we will go and move this and copy the button also around. So this stuff, you just leave. Yeah, I think that's you just leave the available current plan, then when select a plan, present the Stripe flow, since you want to be saving those details at all. Yeah, I mean, I was like thinking, so here I'm assuming that the customer is already in, so they did some kind of payment. So this is like really when the user is authenticated and they are like, they already paid for some sort of plan, like basic by default. And I'm building the functionalities that to allow them like update the billing details and update the plan, like upgrade or downgrade. And I think, yeah, you're also right about selecting the plan and then Stripe, but that's probably a different step. Maybe in the sign up flow, we could do that, but still not sure about that flow. But yeah, it's important. We need to do that. So to get people, at least we only authenticate them if they already paid or they have a 7, or like they give in something. Or we could put them in like a trial period, and then they can enter in their billing detail and then the upgrade. But we'll see about that. I'm still not sure how to get all of that. But it's been a hell of a ride already with Stripe. But I love their documentation. It's really nice. So I had these Stripe components already in place. I think the checkout form already has the plan. Yeah, so we're gonna remove this. We're gonna completely remove it. And then add it in this div here. And then, okay, so here we can do, okay, plan ID, because we'll use the use state instead. Plan ID, and then maybe this would be handle plan selection. And in here we can do const plan and then set plan. And this will be use state. It's nice, it did even auto import it. And we said that we will have the basic plan as a default one. Okay. And now let's also have this handle, and then it will have the event. And then here we will set plan to the e.target dot value. Okay, and here we don't need that anymore. And we will change some of this code later. So let's remove the plan. We don't need this anymore. We don't need the constructor. Okay, and then we create a payment method. Yeah, and this one should be now update payment method. Okay, so that's update payment method. And I think what we need to do here is create this payment method and like update the customer, like send it the payment method token and then update the customer. And that's it. So I think Stripe will persist this data for us, and then we can later pull in the customer ID and then update stuff. So if you go to plan, which is weird. I should be seeing this. No. Label, blah, 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 default checked. Plan. Why I'm not seeing, okay. Okay, just had to refresh and let's get rid of the user right now and let's steal this button again. And probably all of this should be also inside of a form. And then we handle the submit for that form. So, these are like the plans. Let's put in, yeah, and then here update plan. Okay. Yeah, I think this one should be current plan. And then maybe this one also set current plan. And then here, current plan is, yeah, now it's basic is checked by default. Yeah, the plans, I mean, for now is you could request them from Stripe and get the plans. But these are like the plan IDs basically that I created in the dashboard. If you go to where is it? Billing, products. In products, I created this rubber goose plan. Ignore the other ones because they are not. And here I have three plans. So for example, if you click on basic, this is the ID, which is here. And by default, I assume basic is the plan, is like the first plan. And since I had only like 3, for now I would like hard code them. But I think you can use Stripe to. Yeah. For that, what I did in the previous video, actually we had it like working. Let me show you the serverless function that's doing all of that magic. So last night what we had is, so if the user we actually grab the subscription ID after we attach it to the user and use the Netlify identity, since like you can attach some metadata to the user for Netlify identity. What I did is I grab this subscription ID and then I send it back in here with the customer ID, and I save these two metadata into the user metadata in identity. So that way Netlify will persist it for me and I don't need to do any database. But we'll see in the future if we need more persistence, maybe then we will look at some sort of a serverless function or something. Yeah, so the metadata object, actually you can put in few things, and I think it's fine to save them there because the user needs to be authenticated to be able to update that. We can secure it more by probably persisting the stuff through the serverless function and not through the front end, but I think it's fine. Because we make sure always that the user is authenticated. Yeah, it's like a JSON object. So you will have something like, where is it? Maybe I can show you I can show you the TypeScript interface, and then you'll get the idea. So I had this utility function, and then here I can do netlify identity.current user. I think if we click in here and click on the user, you can see this is what we get when we request the user, and inside of that there's this metadata. And then this metadata is actually read and write. These things, I think they are read only, but this is read and write, so you can actually update stuff inside of the user metadata. And then I had this thing in the auth object. So here what I do is like netlify identity go through. This is the service that they use. It's even open source, I think. Let me see. Netlify go true. It's the authentication service that Netlify uses, and it's actually open source. You can check it out, and it's written in Go, so that's why it's go true. Yeah. And then I do current user, and then when you get the current user and call update on it, you can pass in data and the metadata, and this will be saved in the metadata always with the user. Yeah, not only the identity stuff, but even like the service that's actually doing all the authentication at the server side, like the handling the tokens and the users and everything. So it's really nice. And I think you can do also like some more powerful stuff with Netlify identity through like redirects. So you can say you can't access this route unless you have this role admin. Sorry. And you don't even need to write any code about it. You just need to assign the right role to the user, and then Netlify through these redirects rules can restrict some sections to your website. So it's actually really nice. And because you're hosting all the stuff in Netlify, they can, because it's on their own server, they can do a lot of magic, and you don't need to deal with that anymore. So okay, here we have update plan, billing detail. We have the card. Sorry, yeah, that's fine. It's we're testing here. So we have plans and then billing detail. I'm sure maybe there's a way to ask Stripe to give you like the last 4 digits from like a payment detail that's attached to a user, and then you can somehow display it in here. I think they might have something, but we will deal with it later. I think here also we could have like an H2 plans details, and maybe we can have a paragraph saying you can update your plan at any time. Probably this needs some styling. So maybe class name. Yeah. I'll look at the. We need also to persist probably the current plan of the user. We can easily use that. Use the same trick with the identity. Yeah, exactly. I mean, last night I was like mixing everything together, so I thought probably I need just to persist the subscription ID and the customer ID. But right now I'm thinking about it like maybe also like the subscription ID, the customer ID, and then the plan ID. Or if I have the customer ID, I think I can get the plan from I can retrieve the customer and then get the plan from there. So yeah, we'll see about that. So text small. No, not in a React context. I'm talking about the Stripe customer. The Stripe customer, you can actually where is it? Stripe customers retrieve So the SDK has this retrieval customer API. And probably is you need the secret key, so probably you need to add this into your Netlify function. Whenever you see a SK, this means like secret key. So, and this is like my test key, but once your app is in production, you're using the actual thing, you shouldn't show this secret key. For front end purposes like React and stuff, it's better to only use the publishable key, which is like a public key, and that will allow you to, for example, create payment methods and send like user inputs to Stripe, and the rest, like capturing the payment and creating subscription, it's better done at a server level, because this is very dangerous if it's like out. I mean, this is a test key, so nothing will happen, but if it's a production one, you might be in trouble. So they have, I guess we can, if I retrieve the customer, I can get this default payment method from the user. And they also have subscriptions. So actually, if I, yeah, so I'm already doing that. Like, yes, for yesterday's stream, we managed to do that and send the customer ID back, and we save it in the metadata. Now what we can do is, when we go, for example, to plans, we get the customer ID and get which plan they are using, and then fill in this this thing right here. But probably you need to have a different Netlify function for that, which would be very simple. So let's, is text gray 600 okay? Yeah, and yeah, I mean this looks nice. So probably here we can use like, yeah, so let's go to our Lambda SRC. And the reason here I use Lambda SRC and Lambda is because I'm requiring stuff like Stripe in the top here. And you might know that a serverless function, I mean, it's only like one file, JavaScript for now. You can like deploy everything unless you zip it and then upload it. So there's no actual way, I might be wrong, but there's no actual way to do that in Netlify. You can do it in AWS, obviously, but not in Netlify. So the way you do that is there's a Netlify, a serverless Netlify or something, or Netlify Lambda package that actually look at all these dependency and then use kind of Webpack and package everything in one file. So all your dependency will be, yeah. So let me create. So maybe we can do, okay, get current plan. And we can do update plan. So this is getting the current plan. This will accept the customer ID and then send us back the current plan. And create customer already. Okay, let's start stealing some code. So These and this here, and get this handler. And then I mean, it starts to be clearer and clearer. No, actually, you can. So here's how it works with Stripe. First time when you create the customer, you assign to it a payment method, which is actually created from this element. So once you fill in this one with a card, you this React like Stripe element will create sort of a token, and then you send it to Stripe. Stripe will give you back a payment method token. So that payment method token, you create a customer and set it as the default payment method for that customer. So you don't actually save the card, but you save a token you attach to the user. So now you have a default payment method and it's attached to the customer. And then you can create a subscription, attach it to the customer with a specific plan. All right? And then once that's done, the next time you want to upgrade the plan, you don't need to go through all the stuff again. You just send the customer ID and the new plan ID. And what you do is, I can show you the code here that we already have it. So here, if there's a subscription ID, what you do is you get the subscription, you get the customer ID from it, and then you update it with the new plan ID, and then Stripe will handle all the if they are paying extra, they would like charge the user maybe like the next month or something like that. So whenever they feel it's the right time. So once you created your customer and attached the payment method to it, next time you just update the plan that is linked to the subscription created by the user last time, and that's how it works. And obviously, yeah, you can persist the subscription ID, the customer ID, the plan ID. Yeah, it depends how much stuff you need to do. But I think, yeah, also now I think about it, maybe also like here we send the plan ID back. Yeah, they are all where is it? Let's do a shameless plug of the previous 10 videos, but you don't need to watch all the 10 videos. That's like 10 hours of your life watching me banging my head against the table. So here's the come on. Here's the playlist. You can see there's 10 videos already. This is through like 10 days so far. And I guess, I mean, I assume you binge watch a lot of stuff on Netflix, so you might just binge watch this. Yeah. Okay, I think I broke something. Okay. I said I won't spend an hour, but yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired, so maybe now, since we divided things into two things, I'll just maybe call it for tonight. And um yeah, but like Netlify, I guess it's slightly better than me because you pay for Netlify and you watch my videos for free. So I guess Netlify is better. um, but thanks for hanging out. It's actually really nice. At least I'm not talking to myself tonight. Yeah, whenever I see Netflix, I imagine the door like music coming in. All right. I think, yeah, I think I'm kind of like, I don't want to continue with this today anymore. We managed to divide these things, and we fixed Netflix. And yeah, tomorrow I will like come back, and then we see how. I mean, we have like most of the code already in here. I guess we need to split it into two Netlify functions, and yeah, we will persist. I mean, we can add also the plan ID here, and then persist all of these stuff in the user metadata, and then it's easy later to update stuff. And we will start thinking about, okay, first time the user is coming, how can we do things better? But overall, I'm very proud of like the project, even though not that many pages, but it's looking pretty good. Yeah, we can look at how we can. I'm talking a lot. I better get going. All right, though. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.